this match.
Yeah, Vecinaa definitely favored going into this set here, and I think we're seeing Vecinaa play a little bit of Seven this time around, and Seven hasn't been out for too much in time, and I think they're like, okay, let me play the new character, let me take advantage of its amazing skill sets that it's got with cannon and with spear.
Vecinaa, Seven plays are really funny. I feel like they want to press more signatures that they can get away with sometimes, especially like cannon side sig or like spear side sig. They feel like a little bit more exploitable than you would actually think they would, but oh my goodness, already, look at what's happening off the top. Ray Riot wanted to get that end sig all the way off the top.
Yeah, they're willing to go for some risky stuff with that JO, and it kind of reminds me of, you know, they remind me, they're not even like, they're not aggressive JN, they're just doing very well at reading the dodges of Vecinaa. You know, Vecinaa's kind of sitting back there a little bit. You're seeing Ryo there try to do something against Vecinaa, but Vecinaa does have this spear. I see a spear there maybe coming out. But, oh, Rio coming ahead and removing or disarming Vecinaa. And now might have a knockout opportunity here.
Yeah, you got cannon, so how do we take the stock? We gotta get a recovery, a side light sider, perhaps. Oh, not able to get the side light. That's a side light, but then of course, I believe it's like a 3-frame dodge window or so. That being said, Vecinaa, excellent closer using the side sig.
Yeah, Vecinaa definitely taking advantage of the new signatures that character has and bring them into gameplay. And either way, Rio comes in and says, you know what? Let me go ahead and make amends here. Let me go ahead and knock out Vecinaa with that first stock. Let me make things a little bit more even. That way I can go ahead and do a lot more damage, and I don't have to worry about just doing damage build up and having to worry about another stock.
Okay, Vecinaa, how do you make it back onto the stage here? What's it gonna be? You're looking for the neutral to get something going? Okay, I'm not entirely sure about that D-Sig there. I feel like I've never seen Seven's D-Sig connect. Right? Like they go for it, but I've yet to see it actually do something, because look at that punish. My goodness.
It's a lot of delay between you throwing it out and when it's actually going to land. See, like I think they're trying to pre-fire it right now too with that down signature. And you're seeing Rio use all their jumps. Vecinaa taking advantage of that, gets that 3-piece combo into a neutral air. Very nice job. The jumps were removed. Oh, he tries to hold that signature, but gets the recovery instead. Rio's still alive on that second stock.
But that was still really good spacing from Vecinaa. Vecinaa is intentionally fading back and holding out. Vecinaa did it! Vecinaa did the unthinkable. Connected Seven's D-Sig. Wow, that's crazy. And now all of a sudden, you have 2 stocks to 1. This is an excellent lead. If I'm Vecinaa, I'm big chilling at the moment.
You don't want to chill too badly here, though, because Rio has already launched Vecinaa into the orange, almost going into the red here soon, depending on how Rio really approaches this edge guard. There you go, comes back. It's the 2-piece. Doesn't get the follow-up, though. Vecinaa comes in with a cannon 2-piece, but Vecinaa's having to center control. He's taken away from Rio, and that's what they need to do. However, now Rio has been kind of destroying that option that Vecinaa's been doing of controlling the platform and getting damage buildup with Greatsword, because that's, you need the platform to be able to do this damage buildup. And we're talking about earlier with some other sets on stream, and they're not taking it away. And Rio's just been coming in with this JN, going absolutely crazy with that Greatsword and getting the matchup to be even.
Yeah, and it's especially because it's Jay. You already know the kind of damage output that he is capable of. Vecinaa finally picking up the spear, pressing the side-to-side side sig, just put himself off stage, looking for the side light, unsuccessfully, not able to land with the side. And Rio, right now, just in a very good position. Side light into the recovery as well, racking on, evening up the damage. This is a completely even game.
Yeah, and this is all going to come down to the wire between these players, and Rio saying, you know what, it's not going to come down to the wire because I'm going to be dominant with my Jaeun. Missed the dare neutral air, but look at that 3-piece combo, overall controlling with that Jaeun Greatsword. And that's what we're talking about. That's what you love to see, especially in those sudden death matches there where you're on those final stocks. You got to really show what you're made of. And that Greatsword, especially the neutral control, he got the dodge reads on Vecinaa, and they go and take that game to their name.
This is a good day if you like Greatsword. For those of you that do not, I think just saw that last stock play out and rolled you guys, because that is the kind of damage output that, you know, Greatsword is capable of. What I really, really loved, though, about that entire last stock was what Ray Riot was doing off stage. Specifically, there was like the side light, D light, and then the jump lead with the cider. That was pretty phenomenal. That was pretty amazing. Yeah, just able to rack up a bunch of damage onto Vecinaa. We'll be going into the next game now. It looks like Vecinaa will indeed be switching on over to the Sidra.
Yeah, something I'm not seeing in this set so far is a lot of weapon throws. I mean, we see 9 or 10 of them, but not like a crazy amount like we saw in Europe either. So definitely a different play style when it comes down to the different regions. We're seeing that a lot. But now we got Vecinaa on the character that they're known for, which is that Sidra. And they got sword, they got cannon. So that cannon's definitely going to really show its worth there. But that is what I'm talking about as well. Maybe why Vecinaa is choosing that character. The signature set with Sidra is very powerful and catch players off guard. And he's already got Rio into the, or Ray Riot into the orange of that stock there. But Rio makes amends here very quickly.
Yeah, they just wanted to go through the same exact jump read as they did before. It worked out once, so why not give it a shot? Not able to get that neutral. Jumps in, gets a side O. Okay, that doesn't actually fully connect. Is that going to be the stock? Does Vecinaa make this happen? Uh-oh, look at the position you've just put yourself in. Vecinaa, you did that to yourself, buddy.
Yeah, I think they thought Rio was going to go further down, and Vecinaa was like, okay, let me go ahead and bounce you off the ledge a little bit, maybe try to do something there. But as soon as he used all the jumps to come back, I mean, Rio was ready to go and ready to fight, and we saw that. But now we got Rio in the orangey red. Vecinaa's got to go ahead and knock them out. They want to make things even now, or else they're going to have a pretty decent sized disadvantage coming their way. But they're trying to do it with cannon.
Vecinaa is just not getting away with whiffing any cannon side-O's whatsoever, and that's how you know that you're playing this matchup well. If a cannon is able to side-O over and over again without getting hit, then they're chilling. Oh, but Ray Riot, you see how patient they are, right? Holding on to that dodge just in case they need it at the last possible moment. Vecinaa not going to be able to pick up this weapon, maybe, but Ray Riot goes all the way up the top, able to get the 3-piece into the sidelight finisher, almost gets a side-O. Such an optimal punish. Ray Riot up 3 stocks to 1. Vecinaa may or may not be getting cooked.
May or may not. I don't know. I think Ray Riot's trying to serve some sort of stew here with how he's cooking up Vecinaa. I mean, it's coming down to Vecinaa going for risky options. That GC neutral wasn't the greatest option with that anchor off the ledge. You know, because they put him in a position for Ray Riot to come in with this dare option and just go crazy. But Vecinaa's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and stir up something myself. Let me go ahead and get the cannon ground pound. Let me go ahead and throw Riot into that. And, you know, they still have a huge disadvantage for Vecinaa to come back. But Vecinaa comes back from this. That's going to set a premise, and I think it's going to set a proper mental state that they may need to go ahead and do.
Okay, off stage looking for that ground pound. Rio Riot, what are you going to be able to do here? Oh my gosh, not able to close it out with the sword ground pound either. We now have a sword ditto on the screen. You get the sidelight into the end sig as well. Vecinaa using the down air to be able to land, but it's only for a short amount of time. Such a good air dodge, but now look at you. You're knocked off stage. You got sword in hand. Rio backs off a little bit. Is this going to be the stock? Not quite somehow.
No, I mean, Vecinaa's pretty lit right now, and I think he's going to go ahead and get knocked out probably next couple of hits. Oh, 2 hits land. 3rd time's the charm. There's the dare. And yeah, Vecinaa was so low on that stock. It was so hard for Vecinaa to really come back on that stock. They were doing a lot better that final stock, but there was so much pressure on them either way that I don't know what Vecinaa's going to do in the next game. You know, they're going for risky stuff. They got to be careful of that. But it's also very hard to counter Jaeyoon or Greatsword for that matter in a situation of, you know, not being aggressive. You kind of have to be aggressive against that weapon a little bit. And it's kind of hard to do that when you have Ray Riot going crazy.
This is at the precipice of a pretty big upset potentially. Vecinaa is somebody that in quite recent time 3-0'd Ray Riot. There is a massive PO differential between the two of them. Vecinaa is number 11 and Ray Riot is number 26 in SA respectively. So honestly, the fact that Ray Riot right now is up 2 games to 0, forcing Vecinaa to go to the Kaya, which there's never a bad time to play Kaya. Like, Kaya will always be there for you. Kaya will always be an amazing pick. This could be huge.
One thing I do have to say though is the last game that we had with Riot and Vecinaa, Riot kept their stock a very, very long time after they died the first time. So if Riot's able to be consistent with that and, you know, try to avoid being hit as much as he possibly can, it's gonna give himself this huge advantage over Vecinaa, because Vecinaa's expecting players to really approach them and him get the dodge reads, but he's having to be the aggressor in this set. And we're seeing that dare, where that dare helicopter ground pound tries to get another dare, actually saves Riot to go ahead and do a silent into neutral signature instead, and Riot's down to that second stock, and Vecinaa's being very powerful with that spear so far.
Yeah, what a mix-up. But right now, you knocked off stage 2, and that was almost going to be it, but not quite. Tries to go for the ground pound. Okay, Riot, you got to be careful, because look at the position that you were in off stage. Looking for the D-Light, which could have been a Sido that might have been able to knock out. Maybe not against Kaya, because she is tanky. That Sido comes out. It did not indeed KO at all. Tries to slide off. No, you jumped into it. What?
Oh! Vecinaa! Vecinaa! You knocked yourself out! Are you kidding me? And Rio's going to take full advantage of that because Vecinaa went too aggressive. Okay, well, that was unfortunate. And now we have to have Rio come in here, try to do something with the great sword. You're seeing Vecinaa trying to make amends there. And that spear is doing very, very well so far. And they have a lot of experience playing Wushang with that spear as well from what they've done in previous events. So you know that spear is going to be decent. And you also are pretty decent with that bow as well because of what they've done with Koji, right? So you're going to be seeing Vecinaa going with the spear because it's working right now. But as I say that, Rio is just launching Vecinaa in the orange. Vecinaa needs to get this knockout now.
Oh, but that move is so difficult to whiff punish because you want to play back. You don't want to get hit by the D-Sig, and then you just end up giving them too much space. And Vecinaa able to get away with it like nothing. Riot almost able to get that sidelight finisher. Is that going to be the scoop right off the top? Absolutely, it will be. Closing out the second stock. Vecinaa, once again, just holding on to the gentlest, and I do mean the gentlest of leads. Sliding off. That doesn't actually KO quite yet. With the reverse D-Light, I don't know what the intention was.
I don't know, but I think it was just to get a little bit more damage on Rio. The neutral air actually saves Rio from going off the ledge as much. Vecinaa is going to go ahead and probably get punished for that, though, here shortly. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I mean, Vecinaa's going in for some risky stuff right now. I think they're realizing they're going to try to do that while they're pretty low in the second. But right now, Rio's in yellow, and Vecinaa had a pretty decent lead over Rio at one point. Is it going to be enough to be able to win the game?
Okay, we got it playing back a little bit now. Vecinaa opting to try and land on top of them at the moment. Oh, okay, tries to create a dodge inwards, hence the reverse neutralite. But what do you do here? How do you actually make it back from this? Riot, you need a way to be able to land. The spear recovery doesn't connect. Vecinaa whiffing it, but doesn't end up actually getting properly whiff punished. Riot being so patient, getting back onto the stage. The downer comes out, the NSYNC comes out too, but that's not going to be the stock. What?
That will be the stock, though, instead. But Vecinaa going ahead and taking game number 3 to their name. But it just comes down. You would think these different signatures would knock out like they've done on different maps. But, I mean, Ray Riot had an opportunity to go ahead and take advantage of that there. But, unfortunately, wasn't able to really do it. And you see Vecinaa coming in with the double signature knockout. The sides that came in clutch. Then you see Vecinaa with the bow. You know, throws it away, if I recall. Nope. Okay, that Rio comes.
I feel like we should talk about this. Why is Vecinaa playing Kaya? Is this a thing? Has this been a thing? Did I miss out on something? Because I just know Vecinaa for like canon for Sidra.
Well, I think the spear, they have a lot of experience with Wushang as well. They've played that in a couple of different events. They've played bow a lot with Koji, because Koji's another character they've played in events. So you're definitely seeing that gameplay from those different weapons come out.
Well, and again, once again, Kaya always just going to be an amazing pick, right? You got some of the best signature kit in the game. You have such a very nice variety of weapons that complement each other so well. But right now, Vecinaa still going to be stuck off stage. Right, going to be looking for the jump lead with the side. I mean, this ledge trapping is phenomenal. Vecinaa looks incredibly uncomfortable off stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think right now we're kind of seeing Vecinaa getting destroyed by Rio. And I think those platforms are messing with Vecinaa a lot. And the dare comes in. A double dare to go in and confirm it. And I got to give some sort of props to Rio. I mean, he's throwing Vecinaa off guard a lot. And Vecinaa's going to have to do a lot to be able to make amends.
Okay, tries to go for the N-Light follow-up after the D-Light. That was a really good idea, but you just had to chase dodge a little bit further to be able to fully connect it. Okay, you got the side light. Rio just ends up dodging in.
Okay.
Oh, the extended D-Light bridge. You could have actually gotten a full follow-up from there. You caught the dodge.
Yeah, but now we have Vecinaa trying to do a spear combo, gets punished for trying to go for the extra bit of damage onto Rio. And now you have Rio with the greatsword control over Vecinaa, leaving Vecinaa off the ledge and having a rough time building up damage with that spear. That dare comes in. It's gonna be close though.
Okay, how do you get your next hit here? Vecinaa, you need anything to be able to close out the stock. You punish the stock up, grabs at the recovery. Great Riot gets in there, gets the weapon toss, and Vecinaa pixels away, hoping to get back onto the stage. But the game had other plans for them, because now Vecinaa, stuck on the last stock, might be getting upset by Great Riot. We're on the precipice of a pretty massive upset.
Yeah, that greatsword is really showing the momentum that it has, especially with platform control. And you're seeing Vecinaa try to punish it a little bit, but they're not holding the platform control, allowing for Great Riot to really come in there and say, hey, you know what? I'm coming in with my greatsword. Whoopity do? You gotta counter it somehow. Gets that recovery, has a couple different options, leading into two pieces into a recovery. And now he's just doing dodge dancing. Look at him go. He's doing the stashing left and right, kind of knowing he's comfortable. Will he get the 3-stock there?
He knows that he's won. He knows. He really knows. He feels it in his phone, so he's playing like it. He eats that down, but if I'm going right, I'm like, hey, that's fine. I can sneeze on Vecinaa, and that's going to be the stock here. Dash jumping all over the place. You get the side. Oh.
Trying to predict the sneeze. Is he going to sneeze on him? No, he missed it. No. Oh, he missed the neutral signature too. There we go. He sneezed on him. There we go. Great sword recovery comes in clutch for Great Riot, beating Vecinaa in a 3-1 fashion with almost a 3-stock, but Vecinaa coming in clutch there, making sure it's not a 3-stock. But overall, those platforms messed Vecinaa up a lot there.
The platforms messed up Vecinaa, and then also Vecinaa looked really